As a young girl, I was super competitive, and my parents always knew that, and I was always somebody that was driven by goals, and I think that's kind of remained the same. Well, my mom has this piece of paper, when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, and it has you write down all your dreams in these little bubbles.
Yeah, that'll go in the record books as Caitlin Clark is the all-time, whatever it is. I don't even know what the number is.
Caitlin Clark's WNBA games are pulling in crowds of over 16,000 fans. That's more than triple the league average. But here's the kicker. Some folks aren't happy about it. Why is Clark's success causing such a stir? Let's break down the dark side of her meteoric rise. Let's rewind the clock a bit. Before Caitlin Clark was making headlines and filling arenas, she was just another talented college player with big dreams. But her journey to WNBA stardom, it's been anything but smooth. Picture this, it's 2021, and Team USA is gearing up for the Olympics. Clark's name is buzzing, but when the roster drops, she's nowhere to be found. Left off the team, many thought that was it for Clark's shot at the big time. But here's the thing, that snub lit a fire under her. Fast forward to today, and Clark's not just in the WNBA, she's dominating it. She's the first rookie ever to average 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. That's not just good, it's historic, and we're talking about a league that's seen some of the greatest women's basketball players of all time. But Clark wasn't done there. She wanted to make sure everyone knew she belonged. So what did she do? She went out and dropped a triple-double. That's right. Points, rebounds, and assists in double digits in her rookie season. Let that sink in for a second. Now, you might be thinking, sure, but rookies always face skepticism. And you'd be right. When Clark first stepped onto the WNBA court, there were plenty of doubters. Could her college success translate to the pro level? Was she really ready for the big leagues? Clark's answer? A resounding yes. Game after game, she's been proving the skeptics wrong. Her on-court performance isn't just good. It's changing the way people think about rookie potential in the WNBA. But here's where things get interesting. You'd think everyone would be thrilled, right? A rookie sensation bringing new eyes to the league, setting records, filling seats. It's a dream come true for the WNBA, or is it? Because while Clark's success on the court is undeniable, it's stirred up some unexpected reactions. We're talking about legends of the game raising eyebrows, former players questioning the hype. It's like Clark's success has opened up a whole new can of worms in the world of women's basketball. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Clark's journey from college star to WNBA phenom is reshaping the landscape of women's basketball, but it's also bringing some long simmering issues to the surface.
Well, my mom has this piece of paper, when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, and it has you write down all your dreams in these little bubbles.
The runner falls off the glass.
You see, Clark's not just changing the game on the court, she's changing the entire conversation around women's basketball, and not everyone's comfortable with that change. So while Clark keeps racking up the stats and filling the stands, there's a whole other game being played behind the scenes. It's a game of perception, of legacy, and of what the future of women's basketball should look like. And that's where our story really gets interesting, because Clark's success isn't just about one player making it big, it's about the changing face of an entire sport. It's about who gets to define success in women's basketball, and it's about what happens when a rookie comes along and rewrites all the rules. You want numbers? We've got numbers, and they're not just impressive, they're game-changing. Let's talk ticket sales. The WNBA saw a 16% bump in 2023. Not bad, right? But hold on to your seats, because 2024 is projecting a whopping 93% increase. That's not growth, that's an explosion. But wait, there's more. Viewership, it's through the roof. We're talking a 4,100% spike. That's not a typo. 4,100%. When was the last time you saw numbers like that in any sport? Now, you might be thinking, sure, but what does this mean in real terms? Well, it means packed houses. It means games being moved to bigger arenas because the original venues just can't handle the Clark effect. Remember when WNBA games struggled to fill seats? Those days are gone. Now we're seeing courtside tickets going for $2,000 a pop. That's NBA territory, folks, and it's all because of one rookie. But let's put this in perspective. The average WNBA game, it pulls in about 5,000 fans. Now we've got arenas scrambling to fit in 3 times that number, all for a chance to see Clark work her magic on the court. It's not just about the numbers though, it's about what those numbers represent. It's about a shift in the way people see women's basketball. It's about a rookie coming in and saying, hey, we deserve those big arenas. We deserve those prime time slots. We deserve those $2,000 tickets. And you know what? People are listening, they're showing up, they're tuning in, they're putting their money where their mouth is. But here's where things get weird. You'd think with numbers like these, everyone would be over the moon, right? You'd expect the WNBA to be rolling out the red carpet, the veterans to be cheering from the sidelines. Instead, we're seeing resistance, pushback, criticism from some pretty unexpected places.
As a young girl, I was super competitive, and my parents always knew that, and I was always somebody that was driven by goals, and I think that's kind of remained the same. My future was in basketball, and that's where I was going to be the most successful. Obviously, my college recruitment started picking up a little bit.
Clark, as we mentioned, only 3 points in the second half. She had 13 in the first half.
So what gives? Why, in the face of all this success, all this growth, all this excitement, are some people still not on board the Clark train? Is it jealousy? Is it fear of change? Or is there something deeper going on here? Because let's be real, these numbers don't just represent Clark's success, they represent a potential sea change for the entire WNBA. We're talking about a league that struggled for years to get the recognition, the viewership, the ticket sales it deserves. And now suddenly it's got all that and more. But with great success comes great scrutiny, and Clark's meteoric rise is putting everything under the microscope. The way the league markets itself, the way it treats its stars, the way it builds its fan base. It's forcing everyone to ask some tough questions. Questions like, why did it take one rookie to do what years of marketing couldn't? What does Clark have that others don't? And most importantly, how can the league make sure this isn't just a flash in the pan? Because here's the thing, Clark's success isn't just about Clark, it's about the future of women's basketball. It's about whether the WNBA can take this momentum and run with it. It's about whether this is the start of a new era or just a momentary spike. You'd think everyone would be celebrating Caitlin Clark's success, right? A rookie breathing new life into the WNBA, filling arenas and shattering records. But not so fast. There's a storm brewing, and it's coming from some unexpected places. Let's talk about Cheryl Swoops. WNBA legend, 4-time champion, and Olympic gold medalist. You'd expect her to be cheering Clark on. Instead, she's raising eyebrows. Swoops isn't buying the hype. She's questioning the legitimacy of Clark's records, suggesting they might not hold up in the long run.
Yeah, that'll go in the record books as Caitlin Clark is the all-time, whatever it is. I don't even know what the number is. It's a 20-year-old. Like, you should be killing them. Yeah. Because you've been doing it a lot longer than they have.
But why? Is it just sour grapes? Or is there something deeper going on here? It's not just Swoops. Diana Taurasi, another WNBA icon, seems caught off guard by Clark's drawing power. Taurasi's surprise speaks volumes about how quickly things are changing in women's basketball. It's like the ground is shifting under their feet, and not everyone's sure how to keep their balance. This backlash isn't just about records or ticket sales. It's about the very identity of the WNBA. For years, these legends fought tooth and nail for recognition, for respect. They played in half-empty arenas, battled for every bit of media coverage. And now, here comes Clark, making it look easy. But there's another layer to this story, a controversial one. Some are whispering about white privilege. They're asking if Clark's race plays a role in her popularity. It's a thorny issue, especially when you compare Clark to players like Taurasi, who's also white, but didn't see this level of attention early in her career. So what's different now? Is it just timing, the rise of social media, or is there something about Clark that struck a chord in a way no one else has before? Remember when Clark was left off the Olympic team? That decision raised a lot of eyebrows. Now, with her WNBA success, people are asking questions. What exactly are the criteria for success in women's basketball? Is it just about what happens on the court, or is there more to it? And these questions aren't just academic, they're reshaping the entire landscape of women's basketball. Clark's success is forcing everyone to reconsider what it means to be a star in the WNBA. It's challenging long-held beliefs about how to grow the sport, how to market it, how to measure success. But here's the thing, this tension, this debate, it's not necessarily bad for the WNBA. In fact, it might be exactly what the league needs. Because people are talking, they're engaged, they're passionate. When was the last time you saw this much buzz around women's basketball? Clark's not just changing the game on the court, she's changing the conversation off it. She's got people debating, arguing, taking sides. And in a world where attention is currency, that's gold. So where does this leave us? With a rookie who's not just playing the game, but changing it. With legends grappling with a rapidly shifting landscape. With tough questions about race, privilege, and what it really takes to succeed in women's basketball. Clark's journey isn't just about breaking records or filling seats. It's about challenging the status quo. It's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible in women's sports. And yeah, that's going to ruffle some feathers, but maybe that's exactly what the WNBA needs. A shake-up, a fresh perspective, someone who can bridge the gap between the old guard and the new generation of fans. Because here's the truth, women's basketball is at a crossroads. The sport is growing, evolving, reaching new audiences, and Clark is right at the center of it all. Love her or hate her, you can't ignore her.